Hi everyone, it's Ellen here, and I just wanted to use this opportunity to bring an update about where we are at as a church, Chichester Baptist Church, in relation to reopening our building and thinking about the future. I shared some of these thoughts at our members meeting last week, but for the benefit of those who couldn't be there and for our wider church community, I'm bringing this update today with information about our latest thinking. We haven't met in our building on a Sunday for nearly 4 months now, which is such a long time. And I, like so many of you, are so keen to meet together and worship God together in person again. The staff team and the leaders, all of us, are very keen to be able to begin meeting together. But of course, we can only do that when the guidance says that we can and when it's safe and appropriate to do so. The government guidelines about the reopening of churches was published recently, and then the Baptist Union also published their own guidance in the light of that for us as a denomination, reflecting on the government guidance. We've read that and we've digested it to see what that information might mean for us here at CBC. I will share some of the details with you, but the headline from that guidance is that the restrictions, especially for churches like ours, are significant. In order for church buildings to reopen, there's a long list of guidance from the government to make sure that churches are COVID secure for the safety of those who come. Let me give you a summary of some of the considerations. These are just some of the headline things for you to be aware of. Those who come, everyone should be at 2 metres apart unless you're with someone from your household. There's a limit of 30 people for weddings and funerals. Numbers for each building will depend on the size of the building, and we estimate that at 2 metres apart for us that is about 30. One-way flow is recommended around the building. You should have a booking system so that you know who is coming. Everyone should sanitise their hands on the way in, and we need to keep a record, names and phone numbers of all who attend for 21 days to assist with NHS track and trace. There should be no singing at all. No baptisms. Communion is possible with careful considerations. There should be no raised or projected voices. No wind instruments to be played. There should be no shared Bibles, and if they are, they should be quarantined for 48 hours. Cash giving is discouraged, and if you do, you should just use one receptacle with gloves. Any shared facilities for children, such as play corners or soft furnishings and toys, should be put out of use. There are to be no children's groups. There should be no coffee time or mingling. There's a rigorous cleaning programme between meetings. Where churches are also workplaces, they need to be COVID secure for employees. Over 70s are advised to be cautious about whether to attend, and those who are shielding should not come. Services are advised to be completed in the shortest possible time. As you can see from that list, they are significant restrictions. And the more we've digested those and thought through how to make this work for us, the clearer it becomes that it's difficult to be church in any meaningful way. The guidance is about getting people safely and logistically into a building. It's not about being church together. And it feels to us at the moment, with the small numbers who are allowed to come and with all of those restrictions in place, that actually we would lose more than we would gain at the moment. And so on that basis, we think it's not worth pursuing meeting in a gathered way on a Sunday yet. I know some were thinking that maybe we might be back in our building in September, but we'd be saying today that that won't be happening for gathered Sunday services. It is logistically complicated, but more importantly, it's not a meaningful way of meeting at this stage and is exclusive for some. So we've decided that we will wait, we will monitor the situation, and we will see if the guidelines adjust and change. And for now, we will continue with our online provision for our Sundays. But having said all of that, of course, we do recognise that it's important to work towards opening and have a plan for thinking through what we do moving forwards. So here are some thoughts for us as we think ahead. The church is going to be deep cleaned this week by a cleaning company, and Angus, our cleaner, will be come back from furlough after that. This Saturday, our trustees are meeting in the building to walk through the building and to sign off all these significant risk assessments that we've undertaken and that have been completed. On the 25th of July, there's a wedding here, which is wonderful, and we've worked hard to get things ready so that that can take place safely and positively. And then what we want to do is invite our small group leaders to a meeting, to see the space, to sit in a distanced way, and to think through using our building for any small groups that might like to begin meeting here. We hope to begin to open up for small groups and perhaps for prayer meetings. We will take it steadily and see how that goes before we make any other decisions. I hope that you can see that while we would love to meet, the guidance means that we are still a long way off from meeting in anything like a normal way. And we're having to therefore take this step by step. We as a staff team and leaders would appreciate your prayers as we navigate us through this next season. And please know that we regularly pray for you, our church family. Can I encourage us that now more than ever, we do all need to be doing our bit to be church family in any way that we can. Looking out for each other, keeping in phone contact with one another, meeting where we can, in gardens and for walks if that's possible for you, continuing to connect online. We can't meet physically in our building, and some of us are so sad about that, but we are still the church, and we can still be church to one another. If you've got any questions at all about any of this or any comments, please do get in touch. We always love to hear from you. We would be so glad to hear your thoughts and your comments at the moment. And can I just finish by saying that I'm so grateful for the love and the support of this church family. Thank you for that. And let's pray and seek God as we move forward, trusting him in all of these things. God bless you.